Hey-oh, just a quick little... Oh, I gotta watch it. Don't want to get my head too close to the... Oh, man. Man, the fans really should raise it up or something. Anyways, package. And I don't know what's in this. Could be a couple of things. I know it's a movie, but I don't know which one. And I believe this is from an Amazon purchase, but not from Amazon, you know, from somebody selling through Amazon. So, coming from Rockwood, Ontario. Seeing any paperwork in here. Well, that was interesting of them. They put this was a used DVD, and they put this inside the DVD case so that it wouldn't come off the thing during shipping. Not a bad idea. You don't usually get that type of quality, but there's no... I mean, they didn't put any invoicing or anything in here. Alright, well, whatever. It is what it is. But here's the story behind this. When I was growing up, you know, going to the video store and such, there was a series of movies that got sequel after sequel after sequel after sequel, and I never ever saw any of them. Now, I'm not sure the reasons for it, considering the stuff that my parents let me watch, or, well, we watched as a family. I can't think it would be any reason for it, other than maybe, possibly, they thought it was sort of like practically a porn, and that might have been what they were trying to avoid. But yeah, I mean, if it... I guess they had, you know, my dad didn't have any interest in seeing it. My mom surely didn't have any interest in seeing it. And that being the case, they weren't really willing to take the risk of renting a movie that they didn't really want to see and having to pre-watch it and then watch it again with, you know, with me and my sister and stuff like that, or maybe just me. Who knows if they'd let my sister watch it type thing. You know, just because there was a possibility that, yeah, it could have been mostly porn. But, yeah, not really the case. TNA? Sure. Nudity? Sure. But, I mean, they let me watch, like, Porky's and Revenge of the Nerds and all sorts of other movies. I mean, as I got older and stuff, but lots of movies with nudity and stuff in it. So, well, that wouldn't be the entire problem there. So, I never got to see any of them. Not a single one of the series. And when I started collecting DVDs way back when, like, wow, long time ago, couple of the first, not the first DVD, might have been the first, well, right when I started DVD, there were, in the first 10 DVDs, 2 of them happened to be the first 2 movies from this series. And oddly enough, as far as I know, the entire series has of yet not been released on DVD. But Troma had a sale, 4th of July sale, or they're doing a sale using 4th of July as a, I don't know, reason for it. And Troma had several of these movies that they released on their on DVD. There was 3, maybe 4. But when I went to their site and I was gonna, you know, I hadn't even thought about it. You know, I kept saying, I'll get it later, I'll get it later, I'll get it later. But they sold out. They were all sold out of several of this series. And when I looked online, wow, we're talking over $100 for these. And I mean, just like a year ago, at least a year ago, I knew they were there and I could have gotten them. But I hadn't been buying Troma. Hadn't been buying Troma for a while, so it started me on this search. And I started looking around and realized a lot of the movies from this series that have been released to DVD are all out of print. All out of print. And prices for... I mean, I saw over $200 for some of these titles. Like, crazy numbers. And I don't know who's paying for that amount for these things, because really... not worth it. But I started tracking down and seeing where I could find, as cheap as possible, getting some of these titles. And I know what you're thinking. What's this series that he's talking about? Witchcraft. I think they're up to 13 is the last one. Yeah, 13. Talk about sequels. So I found a used copy of Witchcraft 13, Blood of the Chosen, on Amazon, and I ordered it. I have not seen this one. I've seen 1 and 2. That's it. I haven't seen any of the other ones. And it was through Amazon.ca. Disc is in immaculate condition. Bonus. Said it was in, like new condition. I guess this is as close as you're going to get to like new. But there it is, Witchcraft 13. Released by York Entertainment. I don't know who the heck York Entertainment is. Well, some property of Loose Cannon Films. I don't know. Some group out of Sherman Oaks, California. But there's the back. And there's nothing inside except for the disc. But yeah, got that in, and it's got a little scuff in there, whatever. But yeah, so I've kind of started looking these down. And if you want to know how much I paid for this, was $13. So, but I mean, you can find that online, $30, $40, $50 for that title. So yeah. So I now have Witchcraft 1, Witchcraft 2, and Witchcraft 13. Nothing in between. What are you gonna do? Seems like I've missed the boat yet again. And yeah, it's kind of what I've realized, that I haven't been paying attention to the limited editions or the hard to get movies lately. And yeah, you know what? I will always be able to pick up a Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs or a Epic. Well, most likely anything from the big studios. They're pressed in the hundreds of thousands, but yeah, a lot of these limited editions out there, limited to 500, limited to 1,000, limited to 3,000, limited to 5,000 even, limited to 10,000 even. I mean, that sounds like a big number, but when you're talking about movies for all of North America, yeah. Gotta get on these things. And some things, I will admit, when I've been looking and I've been finding these limited editions of stuff that, you know what, I want to own in my collection, they're getting to be a little bit harder to get. I found a couple of companies that won't even ship to Canada for some reason. I don't know if it's a rights issue or if it's simply, from what I'm gathering, reading in forums and stuff like that, they've had some problem with shipping, internationally and stuff like that. So whatever. But yeah, I will get my movies. I want my collection to be complete. So, Witchcraft. If you happen to own any Witchcraft movies and you you're not looking to make a huge amount of money off of them, let me know. Let me know. I don't know that anybody's actually buying any of these movies for the crazy amount of money that people are asking, but people are asking a crazy amount of money for them. So, who the heck knows? I mean, I don't get it. Like, these ones from Troma, it's like, I think it's like Witchcraft 7 or something like that. They want a crazy amount of money for it. Yeah, here you go. Witchcraft 7 DVD on Amazon.ca. And it's always from this M&N Media. Crazy. Brand new, $566.52. Where they came up with this number, I have no idea. Used, there's 2 copies starting from $277.49. This is a Troma release. Troma's had some sales where you could buy this for like $5. So, yeah, if you're not looking to make that kind of money and you have Witchcraft 7 from Troma, let me know. I'm sure we can strike up a deal. But I sure as hell am not spending $566 or $277 or anywhere near that dollars. Witchcraft 13, $13. That's reasonable. Buy it for $5. I'm willing to give you $15 for that. Not a problem. You just tripled your money. Don't be expecting no $500. You be crazy. Crazy. People just be greedy. Though, I mean, it's you know, supply and demand, right? Only if somebody's willing to freaking spend $566. It's amazing the difference. Like, if I don't know if any of you have ever done it, gone from Amazon.com to Amazon.ca to maybe even Amazon.co.uk and looked at the exact same item and the prices they have on there. Oh my god, sometimes it is just nuts, the difference. And I don't know how many times I've looked at something on, say, Amazon.com or Amazon.ca and seen something like this, $566, and been like, no. And then gone over to the other one and been like, $30? Okay. I have no problem with $30, but I ain't spending the $577 million you're looking for on the other side. Yeah, it's crazy. And it goes both, you know, goes each and every way. It's not just that, you know, the Canadian site is always more. It's not always that, you know, the American site is always more. And some things, you know, obviously aren't available on either site because, you know, it could be just a Canadian release or just an American release. Though I will say that Amazon.com has more than .ca. That's understandable. They tend to have most of the Canadian releases on there as well. You know, as the import. They even have UK editions on there. Weird, but whatever. It's a online marketplace. It's not really region specific. I wish it was, but it's not. But yeah, there you go, guys. This has been a real long rant story, all for one movie, Witchcraft 13. Last of the Witchcraft series. And first on my journey, well, third technically, I guess, on my journey to finally seeing all of the Witchcraft series. I know what you're thinking. It's not very good. Don't waste your time and money. But not very good is exactly what my time and money needs to be wasted on. Because you know what? I'd almost rather watch one of these than half of the crap coming out of Hollywood these days. I'm sorry. You may spend billions of dollars on your After Earth to make that kind of film, and you know what? Sure, there are some pretty sequences and such, but you know what? It's got about as much talent going for it for Witchcraft as Witchcraft 13, probably. Although I haven't seen Witchcraft 13, so I could be wrong. Let me know down below. Vote. Would you rather watch After Earth, starring Will Smith and his kid. Well, mostly starring his kid. Yeah, it's really just starring his kid. Will Smith is actually quite good in the film. Or would you rather watch Witchcraft 13, starring Tim Roble and Anjanette Cluis? I have no idea. But it's directed by Melvin House. I have no idea. Do I know any names on here? No. So, you vote. Witchcraft 13, After Earth, which one would you rather watch? Post the answer down below. Till the next video, guys. Take care. Have a good one.